Speaker number 3, our next speaker, Mr. Don Welton. For the past few weeks, Don could tell something was going to have to give. There was just too much on his plate. This week he had to decide on what to drop from his schedule to have any chance of getting the things done that he needs to do. Life is about our choices, but if we are not careful, our plates can get too full. Completing project number 6 in the Competent Communicator Manual, speaking 6 to 8 minutes. His title is What's on Your Plate? Please welcome with me Mr. Don Welton.
Young couple walked up to me. They said, Don, we know you understand personal finance, you write financial plans for individuals, you handle investments for people, we're just starting out. Can you give me something good? Can you give us something good, some good advice to just point us in the right direction, get us started out on the right foot? I thought for just a few moments and I thought, I've got it. I've got what you need. You might want to write it down. Then I thought, you don't even need to write it down. It's 5 words. Just 5 words. Spend less than you make. And they looked at me kind of quizzical and kind of like disappointed, and they're, no, give us the real stuff. I said, no, that's the real stuff, especially at your place in your life. If you'll spend less than you make, you'll be heading the right direction. You'll be way ahead of most people. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and honored guest. I tend to be simplistic. I look for the simple answers. I found in my life that most of the times, it's the simple, obvious answers that work the best. At least that's what I found in my life. This morning we're not going to talk about personal finance. You can kind of relax about that. But I do have a simple answer for you. We'll get to the question in a moment, but the simple answer. This time 5 words isn't going to quite make it. It took 6. 6 words. Ready? You eat what's on your plate. You eat what's on your plate. Just 6 words. My question for you this morning, though, is what's on your plate? November last year, I went in to see my doctor. I sat in her office. She's sitting at her little station behind the computer. She says, Mr. Welton, I have some bad news for you. You never want to hear that sentence from your doctor. You just don't. If you haven't heard it yet, take it from me. She said, you've joined a group of 30 million Americans that are diabetics. Got diabetes. She said, you'll have it the rest of your life. I said, well, what's next? She goes, well, there's 2 options. The first option, I put you on medication. You take it every day. You cut down on your sugars, your starches, and you try to control it. So that's what my parents are doing and did. My father was diabetic first. He got on his medications. He watched the sugar levels, what he would eat and that kind of thing. And well, he lost a toe, then he lost a foot, then he lost a leg, and then he passed away. My mom, she takes her medicine every day. She watches what she eats. She's blind, lives in a nursing home in Valparaiso, Indiana. Because you're not really beating diabetes. You're just trying to slow it down, trying to control it. She goes, there's another option. I said, I want to hear that option. What's behind that door? What's option number 2? She said, well, option number 2, most people won't do. I said, well, tell me about it. She said, you're going to need to buy a book. The author is Dr. Joel Furman. You're going to need to read the book. You're going to need to implement it. And I'm going to print out a bunch of other things for you, too, if you decide to go this route. She goes, the upside to this route is you'll probably never have to go on diabetes medicine. Your blood sugar count will probably be controlled. You'll probably lose weight. You'll probably add years to your life and life to your years. I said, I'm on, doc. You can stop. I'm ready. And now it's been 10 months. I'll go back in November for my next annual physical. I've seen her since then, but annual physicals once a year. I've not taken any diabetes medicine. I've lost 40 pounds. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm heading the right direction. I feel better. I think that's the part what she meant when adding life to your years. I started thinking about the decisions we make. You know, we decide what's on our plate. And why is that important? Because 6 words. We eat what's on our plate. And I started thinking about that. And my first thought, you know, well, and this is for all of us, well, first, how big's your plate? Ooh, Don, you're getting a little personal there, aren't you? You know, I've come to the conclusion that our plates are all exactly the same size. They're 24 hours. And we're not just talking about food. What's on your plate? I had to drop something big this week. It came down to Toastmasters or RCC. 2 big things in my life. I just knew I couldn't do the things I really needed to do and do both. And I'm here today, so I dropped RCC. You know, but I hated doing it. Well, you eat what's on your plate. And I have to decide how much I can fit on my plate. There was a time in my life, and I share this with you, there was a time in my life when everybody else got to decide what's on my plate. I'm not talking about as a child. You know, that's good. But as an adult, I spent years, can I say decades, where everyone else filled my plate up. School, work, you know, your family, your church. Churches are good at that. Toastmasters are good at that. You know. It's like I didn't know the word no. Don, can you do this? Yes. Don, can you do that? Yeah, I'll do that. Don, can you lead the Bible study with that? Yeah. Don, can you preach? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you drive the church bus? No. You don't want me to do that. No. But it's like I didn't know the word no. One day I learned it. I realized how valuable it was for you to be the one that fills your plate. Because 6 words again, I'm just trying to hammer just one point through. You eat what's on your plate. You know, I'm going to tell you that each and every one of us, we're exactly where we are today in all the key areas of our life because of what we put on our plate. Your relationships, your careers, your health, your finances, these are some big blocks. Your relationship with God. Can I tell you, you are exactly as close to God as you want to be. Sometimes we don't like to hear that kind of stuff. No, I want to be really close. No, if you did, you'd put him on your plate. Sometimes a simple illustration can help us more than 10 minutes of me blabbing. You're at a cafeteria. You know, you got pictures of the cafeteria, you know, they got your glass up and little food behind the glass, and you're walking down your plate. Maybe, oh, can I have some of those sliced tomatoes? You know, the little ladies putting it on your plate. And, green beans. Yeah, I got a leading green, baby, leading green. And so they're filling up my plate. Oh, can you give me a big scoop of time with my family? Oh, Monday Night Football. Come on, shove it on there. Your plate's beginning to get full, sir. Give me some God. Give me a scoop of God. Whoa, not that much. Just a little scoop. So we also have some new episodes of Orange is the New Black. Oh, yeah. Gotta fit it in. No, don't put it next to the God scoop. Do you have another plate you can put in? You know, maybe. You know. Can I tell you everything we do? You know, this. You know, maybe it's too simple, but to me, it all comes down to what do we put on our plate. If you have an area in your life you want to change, it's not rocket science. Change what you put on your plate, and then eat to your heart's content. Mr. Dixon.